Hello, everybody. You're very welcome along to Leeds Bros. Hope everybody is keeping and doing well. And this is your starting 11 show. Leeds United take on Bournemouth this Saturday at Elland Road with a chance of back-to-back Premier League victories thanks to a 3-1 win in our last outing away at Molineux. How we'll run this, we'll start off with our goalkeeper first. Then we'll move into our back line, into our midfield three, and then, of course, our front three as well. As always, guys, make sure you're getting your thoughts in the comment section below. Drop a like on the video if you do enjoy it. And, of course, we would love you to hit subscribe. We are chasing down 4,000 subscribers here on Leeds Bro, so it'll be fantastic to get it there. And thanks, as always, for your support. So let's get into it. First up is the goalkeeper, Karl Darlow. And he just has to start, lads, doesn't he? He's been phenomenal. Phenomenal for me over the last two away games. Brilliant against Wolves and brilliant against Fulham. We did hear from Daniel Farke in his pre-match press conference that Lucas Perry is still injured and he will be out until after the international break. And I even think, beside that, I've thought about this long and hard this week. Even if Lucas Perry was fit, I think Karl Darlow deserves to keep his place in this side. And how good is it as Leeds United fans? We've had this worry about our goalkeeper hanging over us for nearly the last two seasons. And it's just a breath of fresh air to have two goalkeepers battling it out for the number one spot and fighting for that short. And it's just fantastic to see. And Karl Darlow has grabbed his opportunity with both hands. And I'm really looking forward to seeing now how he can get on against Bournemouth and Spurs as well. And if you can put in two brilliant performances again, well, Lucas Perry's going to have a massive job on his hands to try and get back into this Leeds United side. And that's exactly what way it should be. Just because he was brought in the summer as number one and, for a hefty fee from Lyon, definitely doesn't guarantee his place in this Leeds United. So it's a fair play to Karl Darlow. Really looking forward to seeing how he gets on the next two games. Let's move on then to our back line then. And we'll go from right to left and we'll talk about each of them individually. But Jayden Bogle, for me, keeps the spot at right back. We obviously know there was a bit of an injury concern during the week. Daniel Farke did confirm that it was just a bruised toe, but he has trained all week and he is available for this game against Bournemouth. So he has to keep his spot for me. There was a part that I was looking forward to seeing James Justin and kind of see what type of player we have on our hands. But if Jayden Bogle is fit, he has to start. You're not breaking up that back line for me. Joe Rodon, then, he's just an unsung hero, guys. He just doesn't get the plaudits he deserves. He really goes under the radar, just does his job. No airs or grace about him. Goes in, does his job, and I think he's been fantastic this season. And Mr. Reliable, he really is. When you look at nearly going into his third year now with Leeds United, he's very rarely injured. Joe Rodon, all last season as well, a 46 championship season. He was the mainstay, the Mr. Consistent, and again went under the radar. And I just think he's been fantastic. Look at Arsenal away. None of them cover themselves in glory. But other than that, I think he's been absolutely brilliant. Joe Rodon, and again, probably one of my favourite players in this Leeds United side. His centre-half partner then, Pascal Struijk, he keeps the spot. There's this metric going on around social media that people think that Hakimi all should come in there. I just don't think he should, lads. Like, the two of them have been fantastic together. And I think Pascal Struijk has been brilliant as well. And it's a similar situation with Karl Darlow and the goalkeeper. I just don't think Hakimi all should get in because, he's a shiny new toy or he's our new transfer. It doesn't work like that. And I think he just has to fight his way and bide his time to get into this Leeds United side. But there's no way you're breaking up that centre-back pairing and Joe Rodon and Pascal Struijk. So they stay there for me. Moving into the left-back position, Gabby Goodmunson. He's been brilliant. He's been brilliant for me, lads. And what a breath of fresh air. I was worried about that left-back position. I really was after Junior Firpo vacated it and what type of left-back we were getting in Gabby Goodmunson. And could he take that step up to the Premier League? You take the own goal out of it away at Wolves. He's been brilliant. And you could even say that he's up there with one of our summer signings along with Anton Stack. But he's been really, really good, Gabby Goodmunson. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Daniel Farke can do with him for the rest of the season as well. So, yeah, he definitely keeps his spot at left-back. Moving on then to our midfield three. And I had to think long and hard about this, and I'm not going to lie. Look at Ethan Ampadu. He's our captain, isn't he? And again, he goes under the radar for me. I don't think he gets the plaudits he deserves. There was a massive question about Ethan Ampadu taking a step up from the Championship to the Premier League, and he's just taken it in his stride. All the games I've seen Ampadu play for Leeds United this season, again, he's been brilliant. He leads from the front. He sets the tempo. He gets stuck in. I think he's been absolutely brilliant in there, Ethan Ampadu. So definitely keeps the spot against Bournemouth on Saturday. Anton Stack, he has to. After that free kick and after his performance against Wolves, he's been brilliant. So definitely keeps the spot for me. And then with Sean Longstaff, and this might surprise a few people, it was 50-50 for me to bring out Tanaka back in instead of Sean Longstaff. And it's nothing against Sean Longstaff. He's been brilliant. He has. He's been sensational again. His performance against Newcastle, oh, he was at the game. He was brilliant. It's like he had a point to prove against us all. So he continued it on against Wolves. He was very, very unlucky to not get his first Leeds United goal against Fulham, when he hit the crossbar. And then Wolves, lucky, yeah, he made the mistake. He let his runner run off him. But I think apart from that in the game, I thought he was brilliant. Gives us an engine in midfield. But I like El Tanaka as well. And we all know the quality that El Tanaka possesses. And I like that midfield dynamic, the thoughts of Ampadu, Stack, and Tanaka. I think they'll complement each other very well. But for me, Longstaff, I think just edges it for me. I think he has to keep his place in this lead side. But obviously a fantastic option to have El Tanaka sitting on the bench to be able to bring him on at any stage in this game, I think is brilliant as well. And I think that midfield as well with Tyler Adams in there, we know, as anyone Leeds United fans, we know what type of player Tyler Adams is. I think he'll get a bit of a feisty reception on his return to Ellen Road, and I'm sure Ampadu might leave one on him. But he's in there then with Alex Scott as well. And I think Ampadu, Longstaff, and Stack will be able to deal with that midfield too in there. But look, it depends what way they set up. But I think that's a good midfield to deal with their midfield in there. Move on then to our front line as well. So we'll start off on the left-hand side first. And it's Noah Okafor, isn't it? It has to be after his goal at Wolves. Look at not the best performance at Wolves. I think we could all see that. Daniel Farke again alluded to it in his press conference as well, that he does have to learn to be a little bit stronger with his back to goal. He has to learn when to try and dribble past players and when not. I actually think he was at fault for the goal against Wolves. He tried to knock the ball past his man in our own half, lost possession and got us turned on it. And look at Longstaff should have been tuned in, but I think initially where the ball was lost was Okafor out on that left-hand side. But I do think he'll come good. I really, really like him. He's a creative player, and I do think he will come good. And I think Daniel Farke will be able to get a tune out of him. He reminds me of Somerville when Somerville first came into this Leeds United side under Daniel Farke. A little bit naive, trying to knock the ball past defenders, kept losing it. Easy to knock off it, but I do think that can be coached out. And we've seen his finish against Wolves, and it's very underrated. I've played football. You try and do finishes like that 9 times out of 10, you put it miles wide. It was a really, really good finish against Wolves. And I think he has to go in there. He's a most creative player. I think he flies the flag for Leeds United now in that creative area, especially trying to link up with Dominic Calvert-Lewin as well. So he definitely starts out on the left-hand side for me. Moving out to the right-hand side then, Brendan Aronson. I think he has to keep his place, lads. And look, I've been vocal about him that he's just not creative enough. I don't think there's any denying that. Look, we you know what you get with Brendan Aronson. He runs his socks off for this Leeds United side. There's no doubt about it at all. It's always just the creative side of the game that I always criticise with Brendan Aronson. I just don't think he has it. And for Premier League level, but he's going to start this game for Leeds United, and I think he has to start it. We hear that Dan James has been back in team training as well. I just don't think it's going to be enough for Daniel Farke to start him in this game. Willie Nonto, we know, struggling with the calf injuries as well. So it's going to be Brendan Aronson out on that right-hand side. And then up front then is that man, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. For me, I'm really, really excited about Calvert-Lewin, lads. When he first came in, look, there was a part of the fan base that were like a little bit skeptical about Dominic Calvert-Lewin, that were basically replacing, an injured Patrick Bamford with an injured Dominic Calvert-Lewin. If he can keep himself fit, we can see what type of goals he can score. The goals that Leeds United scored against Wolves are goals that Leeds don't normally score. Balls whipped into the box, headers, free kicks. We don't score goals like that here at Leeds United, and Calvert-Lewin will offer that. Bags of Premier League experience. Love what Farke said about him as well in his press conference, that he has, he has a say in the dressing room, that he has a presence about him, a really good attitude, proper professional. He's helping out the younger lads as well, and pinpointed that he is helping out Harry Gray as well. So absolutely fantastic, and I really think he's going to be a massive, massive plug in this Leeds United side this season. I do think he has plenty of goals in him. It's always just going to be that question mark. Keep him fit, he'll score goals. But that is it for my starting 11 show, guys. Hope you did enjoy it. Let us know if you agree or disagree with that one, because it's always going to sway opinions, isn't it? The starting 11. But as always, guys, make sure you're dropping a like on the video, and of course, hit subscribe to the channel. I am heading over to the game myself on Saturday, so there's going to be loads of bits out over the weekend. So make sure you're hitting that notification bell as well, guys, so you don't miss any content. We're heading down to Ellen Road on Friday as well to interview a couple of Leeds fans and get their thoughts on the Premier League season so far. And then I will be doing a little bit of a vlog as well. So if you do want to see anything particular in that vlog that you'd like me to catch if you can't get to Ellen Road, that's what it's all about. So drop it in the comments of this video and I'll try and capture it for you guys. But that is it for me. So mind yourselves, mind each other. Catch you in the next one.